Hi everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Riley and today I'm going to be filming a video about books that correlate with the songs from Olivia Rodrigo's album Sour. So if you're familiar with my channel, this might be a little out of left field. This is something that I've been wanting to film and get into for a while. I have been a huge lover of books and I'm so excited to finally film my first booktube video. So I'm really excited to start filming this today. So basically I'm just going to be matching some songs from the album Sour with some books that I have read in the past that I think really correlate and kind of have the same vibe, or some lyrics that stood out to me. So sit down, grab a coffee, grab some water, and keep watching. Just a disclaimer, I didn't match all the songs off the record to books just because I didn't want to just pair the books and match the books just for the sake of having the full album done. I wanted to like actually be authentic and not just like kind of fake it necessarily, if that makes any sense. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. So the first song I'm doing is Traitor, and the book that I'm going to match with it is Call Me By Your Name. So this book is basically about a family with a son. It's about the son of the family who lives in Italy, and his dad is, I think, is like a professor, and so they have like an exchange student come from America and to live with them and to help out the professor, and they kind of, you know, form a relationship from that. But basically this is not only a really great book, but the ending is what really struck out to me for the song. I'm trying not to give away too many spoilers, but it's definitely towards the end of the book, so I'm not going to mention a lot, but it definitely correlates with it. I also recommend watching the movie if you haven't. It's my favorite book to movie adaptation out of all the movies that I've watched based off books that I've read, so I really recommend the movie as well. So the next song I'm doing is Driver's License, which is the main single off of the album, and the book I've chosen is 1,000 Boy Kisses. This book is basically about childhood friends necessarily, and to lovers kind of, but it kind of starts off really early when they're younger. Basically they, you know, are in love, they love each other, you know, really great relationship, and then the boy moves to a different country in Europe, and then of course that is heartbreak, and it's mainly about their journey coming back together, which is, you know, on the back. That's not a spoiler or anything. But the reason why I picked this is not necessarily because of the lyrics in the song, but mainly about the vibe that it gives. When I listen to Driver's License, I kind of think of it more as like a growing and coming of age with, like, you know, getting the driver's license and the heartbreak and growing necessarily from the heartbreak. Yeah, I'm not trying to give away too much, but it is a really good book. This book definitely reminds me a lot of Driver's License. The next song is Deja Vu, and I matched it up with Love in Other Words. This book is about childhood friends to lovers, and it jumps back and forth from when they were childhood friends and slash lovers and the future where they are now. And so it jumps back and forth between then and what happened. So as you're reading, you're kind of unraveling the history as well as, you know, everything else that is going on in the present time. But the reason why I had chosen this book is because of the sense of deja vu that they kind of get from their past while they're in the present. So if that makes sense. So like as they're, you know, they have rekindled and, you know, re-met after, you know, a big chunk of time. This sense of deja vu from what happened in their past when they were younger. So the next song we'll be matching is One Step Forward, Three Steps Back. And the book that I have matched with it is Normal People. So this book is about a girl and a boy and how their relationship as like lovers, you know, couples in a relationship, but not necessarily couples. Like, it's almost like a friends with benefits, but not necessarily like they kind of have feelings towards each other. It's kind of a sticky situation, and it's about their relationship over, you know, a period of time. But I feel like the reason why I picked this book is because a majority of the book is like, okay, we're getting somewhere, but then, like, you know, something happens and, you know, they're kind of put further back than where they were. So that's why I had picked this book. The next song is Good For You, and the book I picked for that is Punk 57. So not only is Good For You kind of more of like punk Paramore kind of vibes, alternative, I also feel like this book is definitely gives that vibe just based off the tune of the song, but it's also about, like, you know, a band, an alternative band. So this book is a childhood friends to lovers. So it's about two pen pals, and a boy and a girl, and they live in the same town, and they go to different schools, and they made a deal to not to look for each other or try to find out what each other looks like, because they don't want to ruin, you know, the pen pal situation. And the guy finds out who the girl was by accident and just ends up not being the person who he thought she was. Like, good for you, like mad at you in the kind of sense of like, you're not the person who you said you were type of thing. So that's why I had matched these two up. So the next song is Enough For You, and the book that I had picked is Joe and Lori. I hate these little book stickers. I can never get them off. So it's about Joe, how she wrote Little Woman, and basically in this world, Little Woman was split in between two parts. So think like literally cut the book essentially in half. And so Joe is in between writing the second half of Little Woman, and it's kind of like in a writer's block essentially. So Lori, of course, comes in and whisks her away essentially, and basically Lori is trying to be the person who's just trying to be good enough for Joe, but of course Joe is Joe and has her blind spots, of course. And so yeah, so this is what that book's about. I definitely recommend this book, especially if you like Little Woman. It is definitely a really great spin-off of it. It's personally my favorite. So the next song is Happier, and the book that I picked to go with the song is The Kiss Quotient. This book is about a girl who has autism and wants to be more sexually experienced, and so she hires a male escort to teach her to be that way. Like, in her mind, she needs practice. She chooses an escort so she doesn't get attached, but of course she does get attached and really likes him, and realizes though that, you know, this is not a relationship. So essentially she, you know, wants him to have the relationship that isn't with someone who's hiring him, but doesn't want him to be happy, but like wants him to be happy. So that's why I picked it, because Happier is basically about a song that's, you know, like, I want you to be happy in your next relationship, but I don't want you to be happier than how you were with me. So that's why I had picked this one. This one is a phenomenal book. I really recommend this one too. So the next song is Favorite Crime, and the book I picked is November 9th. I had picked this book because essentially of the plot twist, not to give too much away. This book is about a girl eating with her dad, who she doesn't have a great relationship with, and this guy sees that she's uncomfortable and kind of swoops in and pretends to be her boyfriend, and that was on November 9th, and they make a pact to meet up every November 9th from then. So this book's kind of hard to describe to Favorite Crime because of the plot twist, but you just kind of have to trust me on this one. But I really hope you guys enjoyed my first booktube video. I'm super excited to be making these videos for y'all. If you have any book recommendations based off the album Sour, definitely comment them below and tell me why you think so. I would love to read the book or read why you think it relates to that song. I think that would be so interesting. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, night, whatever time of the day you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the future. Bye.